Waking up with us, I'm Kirsten Joyce. We all have on our black and gold because it is game day here in Las Vegas. The Vegas Golden Knights looking to make their comeback against the Capitals tonight in Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. We do have team coverage. John and Sherry are at T-Mobile Arena with more on the game and the festivities. Hector is at our morning pep rally at Makers and Finders in downtown Summerlin. We'll first then send things over to John and Sherry. Hello, you two.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Beautiful.
Go Knights, go.
Isn't it a beautiful morning outside right now?
Oh, my gosh. You know, there's a little bit of a breeze out here, and all the lights are on in the park, and T-Mobile's all lit up and ready for the Knights to take the ice.
So this is the park right by New York, between New York and Park MGM. We'll be talking a little bit about that later on this morning. Sherry, you had a chance to go on some of the places here, talk to some of the folks behind it all.
Tailgate.
Yeah. This is Tailgate Central. Game night. This place is jammed.
It is.
And I've got my Golden Knights tie, by the way. I've specced up for this morning.
Very nice touch, John Langler, I'll have to say.
Tailgate business. That's how we do things here on 8 News this morning. And we're going to go inside T-Mobile Arena later on this morning as well, talk to some folks from the team, get us all ready for Game 5 tonight at T-Mobile Arena. Of course, the players were practicing yesterday out at City National Arena. As you expect, they are confident to try and get the game back here for a Game 7, but one game at a time. Game 5 tonight, they got to win. Must win, otherwise we're going to see the Stanley Cup paraded around by the Washington Capitals, and nobody wants that.
No.
Nobody wants that. Another packed house at City National Arena yesterday. Fans hoping this isn't the last time they get to see the Knights practice here in their inaugural year. The team has been creating all sorts of memories this season, and they say they are not finished. Sure, they've lost 3 games in a row for only the 3rd time this season, but remember, they haven't actually lost 4 games in a row all year.
They're a great team also. Got to give credit to them. I think they played well those past 3 games, and they were better than us, and that's why they won 3 games. So, but I think our last game we did a lot of good things, and I think we got to build off that.
We're a great team. We're not tired. We're not anything. We're just excited to play. We've had our backs against the wall. We've been the underdog all year, and that's fine. That's fine with us. We don't believe this is how it's going to end.
So the puck drops at 5 o'clock at T-Mobile Arena, and even though they're down 3-1, it's not as tough a hill to climb as you might expect. Well, it is pretty hard, but it has been done before.
It's doable.
It has been done before, and in fact, the Capitals have something of a history with being up 3-1, and it didn't really end well for them. So let's hope that it goes that way for the Golden Knights, and they're able to pull it off. We'll talk about that a little bit later on here in the newscast. Meanwhile, it's time to meet another one of the Golden Knights.
Oh, I love these stories. I love to meet the players.
Well, this is a guy who is about as close to a Vegas local as it gets on the Golden Knights. It's Deryk Engelland, a defenseman with a reputation as a bit of a bruiser on the ice. He's the oldest Golden Knight. He's 36 years old. He was drafted back in 2000. He's bounced in and out of the NHL. He's originally from Alberta, but he adopted Las Vegas as home back in 2003. He was a member of the Las Vegas Wranglers. Remember them? They played back at the Orleans. And that is where he met his wife, Melissa, and they live here with their 2 sons. And as you may remember, he was the one who rallied the crowd at T-Mobile with his Vegas strong speech right after 1 October back at the first home game after the tragedy at T-Mobile. His 58-second speech riled up the crowd among many things, and he's been one of the leaders on the team, one of the leaders in the community.
Right, and and it was so touching, you know, and I think it really ignited the community and everybody that was in T-Mobile. I don't think there was a dry eye in the house after that speech, for sure. So, you know, talking about the community, it's a fever, you know, I mean, and the whole community absolutely has the VGK fever. And on game night, whether they're on the road or whether they're right here in T-Mobile, the Vegas Golden Knights game night, it's just one big tailgate.
This is the place to be.
All through this area. This is the park, starts at Toshiba, goes through the park, and really the party stretches all the way around the corner down to New York, New York. I mean, and everything in between is just shoulder to shoulder. So the properties are amazing. That one enormous block party is no accident, okay? So the entire area of the park was designed to bring locals to the Strip to enjoy the fun, the great entertainment that's always attracted out-of-towners. But the electricity of the Vegas Golden Knights has sparked an energy and loyal fandom of locals that far outnumbers tourists for every game. So if you're not a hockey fan on game night, you better get out of the way. The camaraderie for the Knights is off the charts. James Healy is the Director of Operations for New York, New York.
Many locals always say, well, we never go down to the Strip unless we work there. But we wanted to change that atmosphere. We wanted to provide an environment that locals feel like they have a place to support their home team and a home base. And we've created a tailgate party that we think has just done that. And that's where the neighborhood really comes in. And that's where we have focused between all of the partners with New York, with the park, with Toshiba Plaza, T-Mobile Arena, and Park MGM to make sure that we've created a uniform space. So no matter where you are in that space, you feel that you're part of the game. The energy the locals bring every single game shows that this city and these locals, we're proud of our Vegas Golden Knights.
You bet we are, for sure. And New York, you know, has also caught the fever. First, they threw on that huge jersey on Lady Liberty outside the property, and then they've dressed up the inside of the hotel as well. The jelly bean version of Lady Liberty, who holds the torch and wears a jersey. They dressed up the employees, going poolside. Guests are reminded where the hotel's loyalty lies when it comes to our pro hockey team. And you can even snap a photo with a favorite player after you check in your bags. And I may have done that myself,
Derek
Sean.
Englund.
Yes, while I was in there. You know, they put on that big party every single game day, and the employees have really invested themselves in this. They work so hard to spread the fever. They work extra long hours. They're so excited. They've got TVs everywhere, and you know, they hand out beads to all the guests, and it's just. And there's a camaraderie, even with out of town, the opposing team's fans. They make everybody feel welcome, and they spread the love. It's a great place to celebrate the sport and the success of the Golden Knights.
Home fan, visiting fan, Vegas is still going to be all about customer service.
That's
no matter
right.
what.
Absolutely.
Speaking of customer service, we've got a pep rally going on right now in downtown Summerlin. Hector Mejia is live at Makers and Finders with some more amazing Golden Knights fans. Good morning, Hector.
Hi, Hector.
Amazing. Sherry and John, come show your fever here at Makers and Finders in downtown Summerlin. You know what? They don't open until 8 o'clock this morning, but today's a special day. They open their doors 3 hours early, and just take a look. Down below, we have a celebrity here with us. We have Marc-Andre Fleury. We have a showgirl here with us, just waiting for all the fans to come out here and crowd this place as we cheer on the Golden Knights. And as we move along, we have balloons here. This dress that you'll hear more about in a second has taken several hours to make, and it's still not done. You'll see the completed product here later on this morning. And again, we're at Makers and Finders here. Owner Josh, tell me more about what we are offering people. Again, you know what? You guys don't open until what, 8? But opening at 5 o'clock.
Bright and early for our Golden Knights. We're offering some free house coffee for everybody who comes in 5 to 7. We also have our full breakfast menu. Kitchen's opening at 6 a.m. Got the cooks in early, got the baristas in early. We got this. We're getting a lot of energy for our nights.
Why do this?
All for our Golden Knights, all for the cup, baby. This is our home team. Yeah, we definitely love being a part of this community.
How are you feeling? You know, it's a win or lose it all game today. Everyone's excited, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, how are you feeling?
I'm super nervous, but, you know, I wouldn't be up at 5 in the morning if it wasn't for, you know, I'm confident. I think we could do this, bring it back home, and win the cup.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Now let's move along and show you guys a little bit. Again, fans, come on down here, hang out with us downtown Summerlin. Michelle with Balloons with a Twist, tell us what you will have here for people.
Well, right now we've got Ronnie making this amazing balloon dress, which is going to be complete shortly. And we're going to build a Go Knights Go balloon wall so that people can take pictures in front of it. And we're going to have a face painter down here in a few minutes, and she's going to be doing Vegas Golden Knights face painting for everybody so everybody can show their team spirit today.
I see you're decked out with your Golden Knights gear. Tell me, how are you feeling and what's your game prediction for tonight?
Well, I have good feeling about tonight. We're back on home ice and we have such an amazing crowd. Here in Vegas, fans are ready. We're ready for them to come home and to win for us.
Gotcha. So we will also have some face painting later on this morning?
Yep, face painting shortly, and we're just ready to have a good time.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, and thanks again for waking up so early to meet with us at the
Go Knights Go.
Now, as we send things back over to our studio, can we get some cheers out here, some Go Knights Go? Let's tell people to come out here and show their fever.
Go Knights Go! Yay! Go Knights Go! Go Knights Go!
Gotcha. So before we go to the studio, let's go back to T-Mobile Arena with Sherry. How's the weather going to look like for those who are heading outside to Toshiba Plaza?
Well, you know, it's definitely going to be another warm day for us, that's for sure, Hector. But I love the energy and the warmth of the crowd there that you've got going so early. But this will be packed again this afternoon. And when everybody gathers outside this afternoon, when the sunshine and temperatures up around 100 degrees, it's going to be pretty hot. So everybody, please, please take care of yourself. So we've got clear skies. We've got a little bit of a breeze out there. It's beautiful. We're in the 70s. It feels lovely this morning. It really does. Too bad game time's not right now. I think we'd all enjoy it a little bit more, but we've got a lot of sun coming our way. We've got 70s around right now. Sun will be up just right around 5:30, so here in just about 20 minutes or so. And then the sun starts working on us. We've got a UV index of 10 again today, so sunscreen it up. We'll look for temperatures to get through the 80s and 90s in the morning hours and early afternoon, and we'll finish off right about 100 degrees, 99 to 100 for most valley neighborhoods. And those southerly breezes, again, 20, 25 miles an hour where they've been pretty much every day this week. So warm and breezy, and again, another 10 degrees of heat on you being out in the direct sun today. So sunscreen, lots and lots of water. Take care of yourself. Alrighty, so there was that big closure of the Spaghetti Bowl overnight. We weren't sure what kind of problems that would cause, but let's check in with Nate early this morning and see how things happened overnight and where we are right now. Good morning, Nate.
All right, here's the good news. The traffic that was supposed to be blocked at the Spaghetti Bowl until 5 a.m. has been reopened. Yes, they reopened actually during the 4 a.m. hour. So checking in, here's what it looks like. There is a little bit of traffic northbound on the 95 flyover ramp to the South 15. You couldn't even get there. It was supposed to last until 5. Again, it reopened at 4 a.m. There is a crash reported way up on the northern 215 Beltway at Aliante. NHP is working their way towards that one, but the rest of the freeway system is looking in decent shape so far early on your Thursday morning. We'll keep an eye out for crashes and slowdowns. In the meantime, go Knights, go, Kirsten.
That's right. We've got our black and gold on, Nate, for it. One company could lead one of the biggest strikes in 2 decades. What UPS workers want in their new contracts before time is up. And a local dog, check it out, living his new life with a passion for hockey. The message his owner is sending out about his renewed life. We'll explain.
by Dignity Health.
After spending months in a shelter, one dog has a new life and a new favorite hockey team, of course. His name is King Benny, and his owner, Cheryl, all about the Golden Knights. The yellow lab has gained attention for skills on the ice. He can skateboard, spin, even push a wheelchair, run after these pucks. He previously spent his days at a shelter in Utah where he came close to being put down. But Cheryl took him in and says his past makes the story of Golden Knight spirit that much sweeter.
He's just such a good example of what a shelter dog could do. I mean, he was in there for so long, he got adopted and returned, you know, and then look at him now. We would really want him to meet like with the players or something. That would be like awesome if he could meet the players, and in his little video makes the saves.
Oh, of course he'll get an opportunity to meet the players. Betty's owner hopes her dog's love for the team will help bring them a win tonight. She is also, more importantly, encouraging anyone who's looking for a new forever friend to strongly consider adoption from a local shelter. That is a wonderful story.
It is a great story, and the fact that the Golden Knights have embraced Marc-Andre Fleury, I think that's a good sign.
It's a fantastic sign.
Yeah.
And that this dog's been out, Benny the King, on the ice too. How has he not met the players yet?
So, well, I'm thinking they've been a little bit preoccupied.
You think?
They have just something going on, like Game 5 tonight. They have to win.
Yes.
In the meantime, I think they're expecting a lot of people outside at the Toshiba Plaza for those who cannot get into the game. So we want to check in with Sherry and find out just how hot it's going to be out there this afternoon.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm standing here now and it's perfect. It's beautiful. We're in the 70s. There's a light breeze and it's perfectly empty. You have plenty of room and it's not too hot. But once that sun starts beating down on this pavement and temperatures heat up to 100 degrees today, it's going to be pretty warm out here. Of course, there'll be lots of refreshments, but you need to hydrate yourself and get yourself really cooled off and keep it that way as much as you can. It's going to be hot out here. So beautiful clear skies. We see that sun's going to be on the way up here in just about 15 minutes. It's going to be a gorgeous start to our Thursday and Game 5 day for the Vegas Golden Knights. We are on our way to victory. I can taste it. I can. Also, it just feels so comfortable outside. The air is dry, humidity in the teens, some southerly breezes around 10, 15 miles an hour, but those will get stronger as we get through the day. These 70s will be rising into the 80s and 90s. We got the same pattern across the west with a trough of low pressure way up north and breezy, windy, and warm days in the desert southwest. So we'll keep that for today, and that's going to help us warm up. We'll have temperatures still a little above normal, not terrible. In fact, we might even be able to keep it below 100 degrees today. We're going to see if we can do that. So we're aiming for right about 99, 96 is normal, and then we'll be looking for that UV index of 10 plus. So that means you got to have on that sunscreen of at least 30 plus SPF, all right? So as we get into the end of the week, we'll look for to heat up a little bit, low triple digits come back, and then downright windy on Saturday. This is going to be ahead of a cold front which sweeps through, and you know, this time of year the term cold is relative, but it will cool us off a little bit back down to some upper 90s for a day or two before the triple digits return next week, all right? And we are planning on Sunday being another Vegas Golden Knights game day, right? Okay, so just take care of yourself. It is going to be hot out here today, and but the energy is going to be off the charts, and we're going to talk more about the park and the tailgating and the beer house where everybody comes and has fun. Everybody is going to pack this place. Probably need to come early and get your spot on the pavement in front of T-Mobile if you don't have a ticket inside. All right, let's get to Nate on the roads and see how things are moving along. Hopefully there's lots of room out there on the roads this morning. Nate?
There is, and we're just putting the big old giant word up there. The 95 is supposed to be closed at the I-15. It reopened an hour early, so that is the good news. We're back to just a normal Thursday traffic situation, which means northbound 95 flyover ramp to the South 15 is open, starting to get a little more crowded. We haven't seen the backups yet on the southbound 15 going through the Spaghetti Bowl that we have seen. So the overnight work, they're still working on it, but the bridge over the I-15, that'll be the new one over the 95. That is doing just fine. There's still a little bit of extra concrete being poured. Meantime, they're checking into a report of a crash way up on the northern 215 Beltway at Aliante. We'll keep an eye on that. Otherwise, the rest of the freeway system looking pretty good so far, Kirsten.
Good deal. Thank you, Nate. UPS could lead one of the biggest strikes in 20 years. What workers wanted their new contracts after voting to strike. And Crayola isn't looking for coloring books any longer. The new product line, it's launching exclusively online. Stay with us.
You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swinsk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
5:24 on your Thursday morning. UPS workers, Kirsten, demanding better incentives before their contracts expire.
And Crayola is creating a makeup line. Diane King Hall joins us live from Wall Street with more details on this, Diane.
Good morning, Kirsten and Nate. All right, let's start with a recap of stocks. Yesterday on Wall Street, all the major averages gained ground. The Dow soared 346 points. The Nasdaq gained 51, setting another record. The S&P 500 also rose. Futures indicating a slightly higher open at the moment. President Trump heads to the G7 summit in Quebec tomorrow, where he's likely to get a less than enthusiastic reception. America's Western allies in Canada have balked at the imposition of new U.S. tariffs. German Chancellor Angela Merkel expects discussions to be contentious. President Trump will meet individually with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and French President Emmanuel Macron. And UPS and the Teamsters could be barreling toward the biggest strike in more than 20 years. Now, this week, the union said the majority of members voted in favor of a strike if necessary. The union is hammering out a new agreement to replace its deal, which expires at the end of July. Among the sticking points, pay and work schedules. Nate and Kirsten.
All right, Diane, what's this about Crayola getting into the makeup business? What?
Right? So Crayola isn't just for coloring books anymore. The beloved crayons can now be used on your face, not the actual crayon. So Crayola Beauty launched a line of eyeshadows, blushes, and mascara. Right now it's exclusively on the retail site ASOS. It's a total of 58 pieces in 95 shades. The makeup ranges from $15 to $40. Kirsten and Nate.
I like it. Maybe it's a good introduction for teenagers to work their way up. Who knows? I like it.
Are they going to have cerulean blue?
I would try it.
Cerulean blue, maybe? I don't know.
Right? Exactly.
No,
they are using actual colors from the Crayola, lineup, including the retired one, Dandelion.
Wow.
I'm like, whoa. Okay.
Mm-hmm. News you can use. Thank you, Diane.
That's
right. Have a great day.
All right.
How'd you know the name of that color? All right, it's not over yet, folks. No, it's not. The Golden Knights getting ready for Game 5 tonight at the Stanley Cup Final.
No question about it. We're out live at Toshiba Plaza, also inside the T-Mobile Arena for interviews talking about what the Knights needed to win, maybe some ticket prizes, and a whole lot more on Good Day.